Your eyes, is it all Rob the Witch from Necronomicon, Montreal, and we're on tour, the Black Path Tour of America. I noticed myself that most of the infos online are actually wrong. There's even some people are supposedly member of the band, never been in the band, and some have been session, but some of them, like there was a guy, Martin Auger, that was supposedly our drummer. The guy came like 3 practice try with us and he never really joined the band. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit, it's a bit annoying. Like people full of really false information, and it's like they're saying that our official site, you know, that they know and this and that, and it's so like, what the hell is that, you know? And it's a bit annoying. So it would be really long to put some details like all there, but the band, I started the band in 1988.
Okay.
So now we're talking about a really long time. We had another name for 2 weeks and we switched right away to Necronomicon. So the other name is really not relevant because, you know, it was just we're gonna be called like that, and finally we wanted something more dark, you know, so we switched to Necronomicon. The only information that you can really rely on is like the information that are written on Facebook or MySpace, but it's not the entire story of the band is not there, because it would be too long, and people these days, they don't read too much, so you need to make a kind of like a short version of what's more important. And we had some really dark years also, so I think people don't need to know that stuff. I think it's not important, you know, trying to find your apartment, and when for example, you know, and jobs and band member that decided to leave because it's, you know, this and that, because when we moved to Montreal, we're not originally from Montreal. We're in Montreal now, but we're coming from a really remote region in the north. It's called Saguenay. And when we moved to Montreal, it was extremely hard because it's a 6-hour road. And when you move that far, I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing you can do to. How can I say it? You change your entire life. It's as simple as that. So for us, it was extremely demanding, you know, because we would have to drop everything, move to that part, move to Montreal, and so, like I said, find jobs and like rent. So people don't need to do that. They say, oh, you've not been active very much for 2 years or 3 years. Yeah, and I start to go, oh, because like the singer had a problem with a job, and people don't need this. Montreal is really multicultural first, and there's a lot of business going there. So Quebec City is too francophone, and we needed to hit the market that, you know, more English, because if you want to be international, you want to do your real business, you need to be at a place when it's like, you know, that it's not limited by the French speaking people, for example. So we moved to Montreal. Basically we said, okay, you know what, this is the port of entry of the world, and the big bands going to play there, the big venues, and all the big cheese are there, so, you know, for Canada, of course. So we decided to go there. The tour is going really good so far. I mean, for our part, you can say. And the other guys, I don't know, stuff. So far, I think no, we don't have much problem. The first show was really crappy though. We had a technical problem right in the middle of the intro, and it was like, but beside that, you know, it's day by day, you take it easy, and usual touring stuff. Actually, our biggest positive response is outside Montreal. It's really hard, you know, when you're a band from there to have a success.
Really?
Yeah. It's a lot of jealousy. It's a lot of things, you know. And we notice, you know, there's some metal plays, party or whatever. Every time they talk about the band from Montreal, we're never mentioned. They always talk about there's maybe 100 band there. So when you go to a show, there's like everyone's in a band. And they look at you and you're that kind of like child, really immature.
Wow.
Attitude, yeah. I mean, we have some fan. I can't say that. You know, we did it in Montreal. That's really huge. There, it's like the Vatican of North America. You know, and it was 35,000 people. It was a blast. We had a lot of fun. The reaction of people was spectacular. But it's Necronomicon always been focusing on doing stuff outside, just trying to reach the people outside, and it's been really hard for us since, you know, back in the days there was no American or European label never really paid much attention of what was happening in Montreal and in the Canadian metal scene. There's just few bands in Canada that had really a certain success compared to US and Europe, of course. And Montreal is a little bit where we're really limited by the French-speaking like community that really push a lot on their artists and actors and all that stuff. So when you're singing English, you practically don't exist. It's as simple as that. They don't recognize you. You're not recognized. There's a kind of like a freako stuff there about like, you know, the French-speaking. I mean, I'm not really into that stuff myself. And that's another part that really insults a lot of people there, because most people, even their band singing in English, they're really proud to be French Quebecer. And me, I don't give a rat's actually. I could be Chinese. And the thing that's really more insulting is because I'm coming from a region that's renowned to be proud to be French Quebecer. And me, I'm proud to be Canadian. So that's a big difference. I'm looking at the big picture, because when you talk with these people, most of the time they've never been out of Quebec province, so they don't know anything.
Right.
Me, I've been traveling for years, I've been touring, and as soon as started to get out, just in Canada and other province, and people were so respectful, so polite, and
this is awesome.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yes, I knew it existed.
And we were coming back in Montreal and Quebec province, and it was like it was rude. People were rude, and so yeah, that's one point that I think touring open your mind.
That's cool. Oh, absolutely.
And you meet people. And you need to be open-minded. Of course, you need to have that, how can I say, that craving for sharing and trying new stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really important. Return of the Witch is the continuation. It includes a lot of things. It's because when you look at the first one we started, Necronomicon, is always well, okay. At the beginning, of course, it was Lovecraft stuff, you know, like Cthulhu and Zathoth and all that stuff, you know. Of course, with time, when we started to realize that we had a certain people were listening to us, you know. I don't like to say like popularity and renown a bit, you know. People started to talk, yeah. People said, okay, we better talk about stuff that makes sense. So I started to talk about my, you know, personal belief, because I've been raised in a really different way, and totally not Christian, really more pagan. You know, my parents, you know, were really into my mom's a master yoga, and my father was like really into like really pagan stuff. You know, I can't really put a name on it. I never really. We're just living that, and afterward my parents divorced. My mom married like a native guy, like we call it a shaman, you know, medicine man, and he was living, you know, spirituality like the old ways, not not the after Christianity period, really the old ways, and I've been raised like it's the way I'm raised. So of course for me the way I'm seeing life and when I'm seeing acting people sometimes doesn't make sense for me. So I'm trying to, in Necronomicon, it's a little bit, we talk a lot about reincarnation, the cycle of life and death, and after. Actually, when you read our lyrics, it's really positive. There's nothing really negative. Everything is really based on the human being must realize that they are part of the great one, the great everything, that everything is like connected together with the cosmos.
I agree.
So Return of the Witch is the return first of the band to the roots of what because we lost ourselves a little bit in the middle of the 90s, and it's really we come back to our dark roots. We're very happy to come back that, and at the same time it means it's the return. The concept itself of the album is based on femininity. It's an album dedicated to femininity. Some people are like, what the fuck? Yeah, no. It's really an album that's talk about how every human beings need to balance their alpha and omega energy to take their place in the cosmos. It's because most even women these days they hack more on the male energy and alpha energy, and even if you can be the most beautiful woman, it's the way people are raised. The alpha is really dominant. It's really the energy that push people to take big actions and stuff like that. When the omega is to be connected with the more sensitive, perceptive, and everything that's related to the outer world, the energy, the connection directly with the moon, the sun, and the earth. And we believe in the band that everyone needs to how can I say, to put the switch on that energy to rediscover what they are in reality. I just wanted to have the clip to have a certain impact about what we talk. The lyrics are there, but the concept of self-realization, like I'm explaining, it's really complicated to do that in 3 minutes 20 seconds. So we couldn't go with special effects and too much stuff. We needed something that really relate to what people are living right now, the total decadence and decay of Christianity, the Christian world. And so I just simply wrote some lines and said, okay, we gotta have that person. It's like that is used to be that system that's imposing. So of course, Christianity was the easiest way to depict that, because it's a reality that a lot of people are living these days. And the fact that life itself brought her, because it's a woman of course in the video clip, brought her the options to realize what she could be in reality. So it's as simple as that. So the video clip depicted that really quick. Like I said, in 3 minutes you don't have much time. That she reconnect with her inner self and realize how she was like walking in the shadow, and that now she can, it's in the after being in the shadow that she can realize what is her real light. I'm not really into metal myself, not anymore. I'm working with an agency in Montreal. I'm booking concerts, metal concerts. I've been doing that for 17 years. I'm more a old school guy. I like to listen to Kiss and Merciful Fate and King Diamond and Judas Priest. Personally, my biggest influence on metal was Celtic Frost and Bathory and Elhammer. That's Merciful Fate. And for the speed, there was more destruction, and I was more into that stuff, when I was younger. And of course, I had my Priest time before that, and Iron Maiden, and typical stuff. Yeah, of course. And I was really into that stuff, and with time, you know, starting to booking concerts and having my band on the road myself, I started to like, I'm there with metal. I can't listen to metal anymore. At home, it's pretty much just like relaxing, lounge house music, sometimes Latino music, salsa stuff. Actually, this last year, I almost didn't listen any music at all, except maybe James Brown. I like jazz. I like, you know, like native music, but I could never play something else like metal. I tried, actually. I can't. It's in the heart. You need to have the spirit to be true, and it's the only way to be true. When you say, no matter when you're a real metal person, it's not that you have posters at home and stuff, you go concerts. It's when you do it. Because for me, it's impossible for me to write something else that's not in the Necronomicon thing. So that's how my music is. That's what is Necronomicon. It's Necronomicon. So I know a lot of people compare us to Demo, or to compare us to Behemoth, or whatever. We've been compared to so many bands in 20 years. But Necronomicon has always been Necronomicon, and I never tried to put something else in my music because someone else did it. I do it because I hear it when I compose. So Necronomicon, that's Necronomicon. We're really happy to be in Portland.
Yes!
Extremely happy. Can't wait to see the turnout for tonight. We discovered amazing, really great living being in Campfire. I wanted to say it. They're really nice people. They're really honest. They're really true and sincere. And I think it's important. They're really respectful, extremely respectful, and that's really important. As I know, as far as I know right now, the tour is going really good for us. And last time we came in the US was in '95. It was not a big tour, it was just few shows around the Great Lake, and it's the first time we're doing the West Coast. We're extremely proud, and we see the reaction and definitely we're happy to be in the US. Keep the metal spirit.
Yes.